Well, joining us from Westminster is Conservative MP Sir Charles Walker, who's a member of the Commons Liaison Committee responsible for questioning the Prime Minister about policy. Sir Charles, you've been promising to protest with a pint of milk. Why a pint of milk?
Well, I've got it here because I projected this sort of symbolism on it. We've had protests virtually made illegal for the past year, and it's going to continue to be illegal for the next few days, and then the government can make it illegal at a point of its choosing at any time in the next 6 months. So I said I was going to protest about the price of milk, but others could buy their pint of milk and use it as a symbol to protest perhaps about losing their job or their business, or perhaps a mental health condition roaring back as a result of lockdown and demons re-emerging around anxiety or anorexia or an addiction or depression. So it was a sort of symbolism of the frustration I feel at the moment. So people shouldn't read too deeply into it, but I want to protest about the price of milk. People can protest about what they like, and you don't need an excuse to have a protest in a free country.
Right. I do feel your frustrations, but isn't the reality that actually the milk martyrs are in rather short supply at the moment? You know, the government won this vote by a majority of 408. Aren't you out of tune with your colleagues and indeed the public?
Well, I'm often out of tune with my colleagues. I'm sure I'm out of tune with members of the public, some members of the public, and in tune with others. You know, not everybody wants to march with milk, Cathy. But look, at the end of the day, I'm elected to exercise my judgment on things, and sometimes my judgment is found wanting, and my judgment can always be questioned and challenged. But it is very much my view that restricting people's freedoms is the wrong way to do it, and I really didn't want to renew these powers again today, and I voted not to. And sadly, many colleagues voted to renew them, and once again I was on the losing side. I always get defeated in the lobbies, but at least I'm not defeated as an individual. I'm still up for future fights.
But do you want all of the restrictions gone now?
I'm afraid I do. I absolutely do. I think this has gone on for long enough, and I've personally had enough. Many people have had enough. I'm sure there are others who think that, I know there are others who think we're lifting the lockdown too quickly, but as one colleague pointed out, every extra day of lockdown costs the taxpayer another billion and costs many thousands of people their jobs and their businesses.
So what would you do if you went down to your local pub and were asked for a vaccine passport?
Oh, I wouldn't go to the local pub, any local pub that wanted a vaccine passport. I just wouldn't do it. I mean, if pubs want to set restrictions on who they let in, they can. I mean, some pubs say you can't come in sandals or workwear or jeans or shorts. Yeah, pubs have all these restrictions. I think there was the chief exec of Shepherd's Neame this morning, though, saying that his pub chain will be welcoming everybody, and I hope that pubs will follow his lead as opposed to the more draconian repressive lead of others.